All right, Grenada, Carriacopidi, Monica, and the rest of the world. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. No, people, it's always my pleasure to be with you on the program, Mikey Live. There are a lot of things that we need to tell you about, and of course, we're happy that you're here with us. Whoa, yeah, I get somebody to fix up my clothes and thing. Let me fix up my clothes on. Anyway, folks, so all your brace, all yourself. We have so many things to tell you about, things that you probably have not heard about before, or things probably you have, and we may be able to offer a different perspective because this is news discussed, not told. We ain't telling you nothing. We're discussing the news with you. All right, so we are happy to be back with you for another day. We have so much to tell you about, man. For those of you who have not yet done so, we want to encourage you to please go ahead and share the program, because when you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are live. Folks, we want to take a look at the headlines for tonight and really see what is happening. Folks, we have some new footage for you from Grand Mall. You understand? It continues to be erosion, land slippage in Grand Mall as well. Yeah, and maybe anytime soon. Not Grand Mall, what am I saying? Molinaire. All right, not Grand Mall, Molinaire actually, yeah? So very soon, you may hear that the houses in the area may have collapsed or whatever it is, because it's nearing that point. Yeah, we paid a visit to that area today. So, in the headlines, interruption to traffic flow to the General Hospital. We're going to be talking about that as well, as the Prime Minister speaks out against child abuse, and Grenada robbery extradition hearing adjourned in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. U.S. Here's what, the boy, 9, charged with attempted murder of a 5-year-old who is also his sister. We're going to talk about that. And in Jamaica, drama teacher arrested after pretending to be a cop for years. Okay, all right. So we're going to tell you about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live. If you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the business. Share the live so that other people will know that we are here. We want to remind you that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Nawasa, Digicel, and WPG10. We'll be back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th. Bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand and St. George.
Why not stay in? turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
You know, yeah. Quartz, they are always bringing value home. Okay, so all right, folks. Let's talk to you about what's making the news. No, earlier. The first thing that we have to tell you about, boys, that the Royal Grenada Police Force, they will be conducting live ammunition training at the Pearls Airstrip Camp Raymond Pearls, St. Andrew, and that will be on Friday, 14 February 2020, and that is between the hours of 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. Now, animal owners and the general public, now you are advised to exercise extreme caution should use of the surrounding areas be an absolute necessity. So in other words, if you have no reason to be there, then please avoid the area, because again, there will be live ammunition training happening there. All right. Now, we're moving on, folks. We want to also remind you before we go forward, by the way, that we have the wines and chocolate. We have a couple more remaining, and so we want to encourage you to assist us in getting those sold, so that at least we are able to make some funds for our charitable initiatives. All right, we want to help people within the communities, and by raising funds, we are able to so do. We have put together this nice package with wine and chocolates, and they are specifically for Valentine, and of course we have a few remaining, and so we do not want tomorrow to pass with them in our hands. So I want you to send me a message or contact me after the program so we can arrange for yours. So what you do, you make a donation of $80 to us, the organization, Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation, and you receive the Valentine package free. Chocolates, premium chocolates, and limited edition Mikey Live wine. Although the Caribbean region has been listed as low risk to the recent outbreak of the China-originated coronavirus, all right, the 2019 nCoV, the Minister of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Kendra Matthew Stewart, met with health professionals, immigration, police, airport and port authority representatives in Carriacou to best develop a contingency plan, not only for the threats posed by the recent 2019 nCoV, but one that will safeguard the island of Carriacou and the Petite Martinique from future outbreaks. Now, the plan being developed entails health declaration and probing questionnaires, establishment of a quarantine and an isolation area, heightened surveillance, and the operation of handheld thermometers at the island's port of entry. Now, the Minister of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Kendra Matthew Stewart, said that with Carriacou and Petite Martinique being directly connected to islands such as St. Vincent and the Grenadines, measures must be put in place for the safety of its citizens of Grenada on a whole, from all places of entry. All right? Good. Folks, so we went into Molinaire today and took a look at what's been happening there, and the land slippage there has worsened. We are now seeing obvious signs of cracks, and look at this. Look at this. Some of the buildings, I mean, have already started sinking so quickly. I mean, how much feet again? Over 5 and 6 feet deep. You understand the cracks and the slippages. So we know that anytime soon you may just see a rapid. You see, so far it's been trickling, but then probably sooner rather than later, you will just see the rapid slides. You know, I don't know, but this is crazy. Would you imagine? Just the other day, just the other day, you're walking in this area and you're able to still see little things and so on and so forth. But look at it now. Look at it now. You understand? I am happy at least that it is not worse. You know, that at least this didn't happen at a time when people were in the buildings and so on, and that it didn't happen more rapidly. But my goodness, again, it's been posing a threat to the folks at Nawasa, because they have been trying to sort out a plan. And they are even saying that the last time I heard, you know, it's so difficult because you really don't know the extent to which this would slide. Yeah? The houses there, you want them houses, you see how it twists up? Yeah, no, I ain't fall along yet. He just twists up bad, but he ain't fall yet. So that's what's happening currently at Moline, and we wish them all the best, the authorities and so on, that they could figure out quickly, sooner rather than later, a real plan, you know, to have the water replacement lines and all these things. Boy, what no. All right. So that's that. And the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, is that the Massey United Insurance cricket is going to bowl off on Monday. And it's going to be good. And we have an interview with Mr. Ashley Cummings. All right, hold on. Okay, Mikey. What's going on with that? Yeah, take a picture. Take that picture in the back there, boy. Yes. So, yes, it's going to be starting on Monday. What's interesting about that? It's a secondary school cricket tournament. And they are going to be various schools, and they're going to be kind of like zoned out. Yes, and I think it's a really good tournament. Out of that tournament, you see some of the budding players and so on really excelling. I think Emmanuel Stewart was a product of that competition as well. But anyway, we have Mr. Ashley Cummings speaking of this competition.
Okay, so we're here with Mr. Ashley Cummings, who's the tournament coordinator as well as the senior cricket coach at the Ministry of Sports for the Massey United Insurance Secondary Schools Cricket Tournament. Mr. Cummins, just tell us what's happening for this year's edition for the tournament.
I'm very much happy to say that with the ministries, again, for another year, is happy to have Massey United Insurance with us on board with the secondary school cricket tournament. This year tournament, we are going to be doing a little bit something different because we're going to be introducing the white ball to our tournament, and we are expecting the schools. We have asked the schools to use colored tops, so we're going to see a different. We're going to have a total different outlook out there when it comes to secondary school cricket with the Ministry of Sports and Massey United Insurance. We are very much happy to say that we are going to continue with two zones, Zone 1 and Zone 2. In Zone 1, we have 6 schools participating, and in Zone 2, so far we have had some 7 schools have announced their participation for the tournament. We are expecting to play this tournament over 35 overs, where we're going to have a quarter-finals, semi-finals, and the finals. We're hoping that we're going to have we're going to have the finals in the National Stadium.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cummings, for information on that. As we move on, folks, the next thing that we have to tell all about, boys, is that the Ministry of Health hereby informs the general public that due to ongoing construction work at the General Hospital, there will be interruptions to the regular flow of traffic to the hospital from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, February 14, 2020. While the ongoing construction and facilities upgrades are necessary to improve service delivery and patient care, an emergency access plan is in place, and efforts will be made to accommodate visitors and motorists. The Ministry of Health and the hospital's management team sincerely apologize, they say, for the inconvenience this interruption may cause, and they say they want to thank you for your understanding and cooperation. So again, that is an interruption in the regular flow of traffic to the hospital for tomorrow, and that's going to be from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you are advised to please be guided accordingly. And Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has called for a unified approach to fighting child abuse. Dr. Mitchell urged persons to speak out against abuse, which, according to him, has no place in our society. He said opting to remain silent on such an important issue is equivalent to being a culprit. Delivering his 2020 Independence Day address, the Prime Minister said that we should, let me state categorically, that child abuse in any form has no place in our society, or any society for that matter. Now, as a government, he says, we are unable to fight this scourge alone, and so we call on the churches and the family members and mothers and fathers and society leaders, members of the community, let us all continuously speak up and speak out against this serious issue. When we stand in silence and allow it to occur, we become equally complicit in this travesty. Now, we've been having too many cases of that for real, and we have to work on that. Earlier, you all remember the credit union robbery couple months ago in Carriacou? Well, we have an update for you in which we monitored from the Eyewitness News there. Now, according to Eyewitness News, the hearing of an application to have two Vincentian men extradited to Grenada in connection with a robbery there will take place next Friday at the Serious Offences Court in Kingston. Now, the hearing was scheduled for this past Tuesday, but was adjourned as Crown Counsel Karim Nelson, who has charge of the matter, is overseas on training. Now, Anley Parsons and Haya Brown, both 23 of Carrier, are alleged to have robbed the Carriacou branch of the Grenada Union of Teachers Credit Union of $26,205.60 at around 8:30 a.m. on October 11, 2019. The men were arrested in St. Vincent on October 25th. Senior Prosecutor Adolphus Delfish told the court that Nelson was expected to be overseas for 1 week, but was ready to proceed. However, Defense Counsel Grant Connell asked what exactly Delfish meant when he said Nelson was ready to proceed. The lawyer said he has not been served with any documentation at all. Quote, is this an investigator or a procedure that has to be followed? He said, the lawyer said that he had before him an application for a provisional warrant by a sergeant there. Connell said that the warrant was granted, and the next document he has is an application for bail, which was also granted. He said that what is before this honorable court that would put my learned friend in a position to proceed today? What? All right, but Delfish said that he did not say which way the prosecution was ready to proceed. All right, so let's see. There have been a lot of argument that at the time in question, these men were not in Grenada. These men were not in Carriacou. In fact, according to one source, the men had some serious alibi. Yeah, son. Serious alibi that, of course, we spoke to you about before. So let's see now. Let's see. You understand? Yeah, no. So anyway, thank you to the Eyewitness News in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for providing us with the, we went and we got it, in fact. You understand? But, yeah, no. Anyway, let me leave that talk alone. There are maybe other things to talk about. So, audio, speaking of other things to talk about, Mr. Killer is once again in the spotlight defending himself as an article was published today. You understand? Now, listen to this article, newspaper article. Last year's winner, Mr. Killer, won't be competing in the finals of the Playway International Soca Monarch, the ISM, but might make an appearance there. Now, ISM Creative Director Simon Batiste said, quote, we had a really positive dialogue yesterday with him and his team, and we are going to try to be full of surprises on the night. Now, the ISM finalist draw was held at the NLCB booth and blah, 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 blah. All right? Now, there was a previous headline to the story. And so it could have been understood or interpreted as by some that Mr. Killer would be competing at the night. And so this article had an addition to it at the bottom stating, correction, an earlier version of this story's headline said Mr. Killer will be at Soca Monarch finals. And that headline was misleading and has been changed. And they say they regret the error. However, despite that, Mr. Killer would have already put it out there on social media that, hey, whoever published this article may have gotten the information wrong. He seemed to have been very irate, and so he spoke out against what he says is disrespect. It's kind of ting. I don't know how the video ended up tinging so, you know what I mean? But anyway, you'll get the gist of it. But yeah, the video ting in a kind of way. I don't know what.
Yes, a pleasant good evening to the FFF gang, the friends, the fans, and the family, and the haters too. Now, with all the drama that's been happening, all you see, all you follow the thing, all you see what happening, I take a stance for what I believe in and for what is right. Now, when that happened, remember, it's two people in the picture. It's Mr. Killer and ISM. Now, ISM called a meeting. We had a meeting. We discussed things. There was an apology made for the way that the thing was handled and how the respect came across to me as an artist and as the defending Soca Monarch King. We had a nice discussion. But today, somebody just sent me an article from Newsday saying that Mr. Killer, listen to the words, Mr. Killer will take part in the International Soca Monarch. All you hear what I'm saying here? We had a meeting, you know, where we could actually find some common or middle ground. In the end of the meeting, we said that, I said to them that my team would discuss further in how we could actually move forward. Because I ain't come here to kill the competition. We ain't come here to kill culture. Because there is all kind of pay attention to what happening. There is a crisis in culture. Nobody don't waking up to see that there's a crisis in the whole thing. Last year I had to fight too, you know. But it was way better. So this year I can come back and then it worse. I'm tired. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. What about forward, forward, forward? What about up, up, up? Tired of that. So come on, all I say is that I cannot execute. I don't come here to burn down no show, but you look like all this disrespectful, boy. You have to be disrespectful because at the end of the day, if we have a meeting and we come to some kind of reasoning, or they're supposed to respect that. Hold that word and respect that better, boy. I'm not performing in no soca monarch. That is not what we discussed. That was not a final decision by I don't know who published that. I don't know who said that, you know. So whoever published that and said that, only clear the air for me, please.
All right, so that's as much as we can take from this video here from Mr. Killer saying that, hey, he is not going to be singing in no international soca monarch. I do apologize. I don't know what happened there with the, you know, anyway, but that's a small thing. At least you get the gist of it. And so that's where we are right now. You understand, boy? Wow. Woo. Yeah, never a dull moment. So, folks, the newspaper said that the headline may have been a little misleading. In the Power Soca Monarch, Mr. Renzo, Rome, Mikkel, Preddy, Louis Pack Electrify, Shal, Iowa, Prophet Benjamin, Olatunji, Problem Child, Lyrical, Trinidad, Ghost will be in the Power. All right, and Lead Pipe in the Groovy, Aston Isaac, Rome, Razor, Kerry John, Pretty, Ding Dong, the College Boy, Jesse, Black, Skinny Bantan, Isaiah, and Swappy will be in the Groovy. Okay, how are we looking for time? Oh, yeah. Remember we were telling you about this 9-year-old that tried to kill sibling? Well, would you imagine now we are learning that a charge have been preferred? He's been charged with trying to kill his 5-year-old sister by stabbing her with a knife, a kitchen knife in fact, that happened inside a Florida apartment last month. The boy was charged on Tuesday with attempted first-degree murder. He appeared in court yesterday. Now, the mother of the children told police she left the apartment to get the mail and to get some candy for her children from a neighbor. And when she returned, she said that she found the boy stabbing his sister with a kitchen knife in a bedroom. Now, the child told investigators he thought of killing his sister 2 days before the January 28th stabbing. Now, the girl was released last Friday from the University of Florida's Health Hospital. All right. Now, the boy remains detained and is being represented by a public defense officer. Now, the public defender's office is awaiting results of a competency examination that will determine whether the boy understands the charges. All right. But if you understand the charges, they might pick up a whole knife and stab up his sister. Or you mean, man say he wanted to kill her. You understand? But this is going to be really tough on the mother, having to probably be a key witness in the prosecution of her own child. That's a mother that's in a predicament. Yeah, because a mother is always going to blame herself for her child's deviant behavior and ask herself, where did I go wrong? So on one hand, where did I go wrong with a child who has committed the act? All right, and at the same time, be angry with him for attempting to kill his own sister. And so, you know, this is tough. This is tough. That's as much as I can say. You know, no parent would want to go through something like that. Imagine being a witness to put your child in jail. So hear this one. Many persons, including his past students, were shocked. We're in Jamaica now, when they learned that Troy Chambers, a drama teacher, has been impersonating a policeman for years. They say he was a very strict and disciplined teacher, and always tell us that this was some of the principles that he have learned because he was a cop. We even saw him with a firearm at times, but we thought it was either his personal licensed weapon or that it belonged to the Jamaica's constabulary force. And that's according to a past student. Now, the 36-year-old educator was charged last Thursday when he carried another man into police custody to give a statement. According to the police, he introduced himself as a sergeant, but was later asked to show his identification card after his actions somehow aroused suspicion. He was carrying a firearm, admitted that he was not a cop, and was immediately arrested, and the gun was taken from him. In analyzing the whole situation, a top cop said that this type of behavior is often exhibited by persons who applied to be part of the force and did not make it. I wonder if Akim they apply. We need to check to see if there are any patterns here. The cop said some do this because they want to have a sense of belonging or they want to carry out their gang activities. They say that persons can easily identify real police by their uniform, which consists of their badge numbers. They say, they say the man impersonated a cop for years and got away with it. And got caught this time because he arrested somebody and brought them into the... What? And I always say Akim bad. Watching a free Akim. Free Akim. Free. That man make Akim look like a novice. The man walk into a police station with a firearm and a suspect. And he's not even a cop. Oh gosh. No, I could safely say I never hear that yet. You're telling me? Just when you think you heard it all. No. You can't make that kind of thing up. No, seriously, you can't make that up. Oh, yeah. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? It is required by these persons to please call the number because this is a hot list right now. No, before we go to the hot list, folks, all you don't forget to purchase the wine and chocolate. Give me a call after the program, 414-9995. We have about 5 more packages remaining. All I had to go. Make a donation of $80 and it's yours. Wine and chocolate in a nice little bag and everything like that. It well put together. So for your Valentine person, you just pick that up from us and just deliver that, put a little note on it because we have place for note too. That's it. You don't have to go and look around no place and go and waste your time and try to find something that's ideal for the person that you know. We already have it pre-packaged for you. Premium chocolate, premium drink. Anyway, let that talk. And what we can tell you now is that these persons need to call the number 420-8226. Alisa Joseph River Road, Erling Gilbert Grand Mall, Lindy Skinner Moraine Springs, Ansel Holder Tempe, Clifford Batiste Grand Dance, Byron Frank Vendome, Augustus Maitland Buseju, Nadia Simon Mongay, Shalan Ambrose Grove, Asdan Thomas Moran, Lauren and Sherrian Dunbar, Telescope, Glen Canhai, Post Royal, Joseph Paul Pearls, Stardale Conference, that's Stardale Romaine in Conference, St. Andrew, and Errol McEwen, Carrier, St. Andrew, Ricky Lalji, Hope, St. Andrew, And as well, we have on the list, the hot list, yes, Kieron Alexander, Maribo, Alberto Lewis, Paradise, Elroy Fletcher, Grenville, Jenny Samuel, Conference, Kelly Hilaire and Jennifer James, Conference, and Maribo, Atiba Bartholomew, Tivoli St. Andrew, Jeniza Samuel, Conference, Brendan Douglas, Harford Village, Kelly David, Montrich, Andrel Noel, Chantimel, Alicia Fabian, Sateres, Raymond Albert, Monfendu, Dagmar Chavez, Westerhall, Curtis Boris, Rucane, Omega Antoine, Marley, and Linus Charles Latant, as well as Gary George, aka Gambe, Langdon Road, Grove, St. John, and Kimani Lewison, Monkmorris, St. George. So all of you, call the number, all right? Call the number, hear what they're saying and things like that, and organize all yourself and the business, and yeah, everything will be pretty. All right. So all you don't forget, you wanna check out Spice Out Jewelry. They are also on board with us. Of course, they're offering persons, your nice wine package. Can you believe this? Wine and chocolate, and you're also getting a discount. When you purchase, imagine 30% discount and thing, and if you're lucky, you gain more. You understand? So visit them, and once you purchase silver or gold jewelry, you're getting all these things free. You're getting the wine free. You're getting the chocolate free as well. Wine, chocolate, and jewelry, they call it. All right, and that's for tomorrow only at the Spice Style Jewelry. And the folks, here's what we need to do now. We need to take a quick break, and when we come back for you, we've got the national report, and in addition to the national report, we also have the weather.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th, at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th, bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Brannan, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz.
4 Quartz, bringing value home.
Quartz, bringing value home. 4 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 Quartz, bringing value home. 4
All right, folks, and so what we have for you now is the national report. Here now is the NR, right? Yes, here we go.
Grenada Airports Authority maintains heightened vigilance to protect Grenada against coronavirus. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Thursday, February 13th, 2020, I'm Leslie Ann Johnson. The Morris Bishop International Airport maintains heightened vigilance to ensure the coronavirus does not reach Grenada's borders. The airport's arrival area is currently outfitted with 2 infrared fever sensing cameras, one at the entrance and the other closer to the immigration area. The first camera was set up a few years ago when chikungunya was present in Grenada and other Caribbean countries, and it has been functioning ever since. Environmental Health Officer assigned to the MBIA, Derek Ramkilawan, spoke with the GIS about the function of the cameras.
So each individual that's come off and come in there, their temperature is being recorded. Right? It is set at 38 degrees Celsius. That is when a person would show fever. And if that temperature is recorded in any individual, they are pulled aside, do a secondary screening, and we review their travel history and so on. Our main concern here, what I want to make this absolutely clear, is that the screening is the temperature, and then the second most important thing is the travel history. Once they have traveled to China within the 14 days that has been set out to be an incubation period, then a person would be going to mandatory quarantine.
The airport has an advanced passenger list which it reviews for travelers of interest and a main watch list which contains the names of students in China. A person of interest, he says, does not come through the main area but will be escorted to a processing area.
From the aircraft, they come directly to this processing area because we don't want to expose other person, because this is under controlled temperature. We don't want anyone showing symptoms come inside and expose others. Yeah, or contaminate the area, that, as we may say. So we bring them out from the aircraft directly to this area, which is well ventilated and so on, so we could do our further screening.
And the sensor now, the second sensor is just in the event that you don't pick up something.
Right, and yes, because sometimes when the place is very hot, the individuals, and then walking through the sun, you may have a little elevated temperature. So the second one would give you a clear-cut and accurate reading.
The procedure is the same for persons coming in on private jets. Mr. Ramkilawan says it is now mandatory that people fill the section of the immigration form which requests the travel history of a passenger in the last 6 weeks. Representatives from the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Health met Thursday with parents and guardians of students pursuing higher education in China. The officials say they are working with the Chinese embassy to ensure that the students are safe. The meeting, which was held at the GBSS, was addressed by Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Peter David, the Honorable Pamela Moses, Minister with responsibility for tertiary education, human resource development and education outreach, and Acting Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Francis Martin. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell met with Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Grenada, His Excellency Dr. Zhao Yongchen, for the second time in recent weeks to discuss the outbreak of the coronavirus. During the recent meeting, both the Prime Minister and the Chinese ambassador outlined the actions being taken by their respective governments to protect citizens. Ambassador Zhao also gave assurances that the government of the People's Republic of China is doing everything possible to control the spread of the virus. Dr. Mitchell welcomed the actions being taken by the Chinese government and praised President Xi Jinping for his decisive leadership in addressing the current situation. The Prime Minister expressed similar confidence in the actions of the President when he delivered his Independence Day address last Friday. With regard to the travel ban that was instituted by Grenada earlier this month, Dr. Mitchell said given the fluidity of the situation, all measures are reviewed as developments take place. Both the governments of Grenada and the People's Republic of China have committed to continue monitoring and reviewing the actions being taken to control the spread of the virus. On the Sister Isle, Minister for Carriacou and PG Martinique Affairs and Local Government, the Honorable Kindra Mathurin-Stewart, met with health professionals, immigration, police, airport and port authority representatives to develop a contingency plan that will address the threats posed by the coronavirus and also safeguard the islands from future outbreaks. The plan being developed entails health declaration and probing questionnaires, establishment of a quarantine and an isolation area, heightened surveillance, and the operation of handheld thermometers at the island's ports of entry. Minister Mathurin-Stewart says with Carriacou and PT Martinique being directly connected to islands like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, measures must be put in place to ensure the safety of citizens of Grenada on a whole from all ports of entry. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Kayak Mass 2020, February 15th to February 25th, and the real events making one spectacular carnival. Saturday, February 15th, Children Mass, Frolic, and the Big Show. Thursday, February 20th, Queen Show Night. February 21st, Soca Monarch. Saturday, 22nd, Jab Convention, Calypso and Groovy. Sunday, February 23rd, Monday Juve and Monday Night Mass. Tuesday, February 25th, Shakespeare Mass, and the Last Lap. All the major MCs and DJs will be inside Kayak Mass 2020. Make reservations and book now.
85 university students and 8 secondary school students received scholarships on Thursday at the Ministry of Education's first scholarship award ceremony for 2020. The ceremony was held at the Grenada Olympic House in Montrouge. Details from Annette Moore.
I'm very thankful to God and to the government of Grenada and the people of Grenada for affording me this opportunity. I feel very grateful that I'm able to pursue my dream to becoming a medical doctor.
More than US $13 million were presented to 85 students for study at the St. George's University in the areas of pre-medicine, medicine, veterinary medicine, and arts and sciences, to include nursing. Assistant Dean of Admissions at SGU, Talisha Noel, reflected on the SGU partnership with the government of Grenada.
We at St. George's University treasure our partnership with the government of Grenada by supporting the development of the human resource capital of the country for 43 years. Scholarship recipients, as you initiate your academic journey with St. George's University, I encourage you to value this scholarship opportunity.
This year, the government of Grenada, in partnership with the St. George's University, added 19 additional scholarships in the area of arts and sciences, 5 in the area of medicine, and 2 in the field of veterinary medicine for the January 2020 semester. The number of scholarships for nursing has now increased from 10 to 12, along with one other special improvement.
We are really pleased as a government to announce that the type of degree that is offered at St. George's University has been upgraded from an associate degree to a bachelor degree in nursing.
Honorable Pamela Moses, Minister with responsibility for tertiary education, encouraged students to make the most of their opportunity and to give back to their community. She also thanked all stakeholders, particularly SGU and the Grenada-Houston Association.
On behalf of the government of Grenada, I truly, deeply thank St. George's University for its continued partnership and for expanding it this year and throughout the years. I take this opportunity to make special mention of our stakeholder, the Grenada-Houston Association, who is awarding 8 secondary school students financial support to assist in the attainment of their educational goals. We appreciate all their efforts and continually look forward to these valuable engagements from our Grenadian diaspora.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Andel, noted the relationship between education and the nation's ability to compete.
We are in an age where competitiveness is experienced. For us to make a change in the world, for us to garner wealth, for us to engage in meaningful economic activity, we have to be competitive. And in order to be competitive, we have to be able to use the knowledge that we have garnered and apply it into varying situations.
The Grenada-Houston Association presented academic support awards to 8 secondary school students as part of their annual awards.
To receive the award is such an honor because I was very hardworking and determined to get on scholarship so it could ease me financially.
It takes off a big burden off of me, financially, of my parents, and it actually motivates me, pushes me forward knowing that somebody is taking interest in me.
I see myself making an impact in Grenada by after I'm finished study, so I could come back and, find somewhere a job or a clinic or somewhere where I can put my skills and the education I attain to use to help the population of my country.
It means something to me that there are people out there in the Grenada-Houston Association who believe in our young people and are willing to, as the tired cliche goes, put their money where their mouth is.
SGU awardees also shared their feelings about being recipients, their goals for the future, and their desire to contribute to the development of Grenada.
It's an amazing feeling, it's an exciting feeling, I must say. And I would like to thank God for the opportunity to be able to study. And I would also like to thank the government for seeing it fit to give not only me, but many of my other colleagues a scholarship.
Just knowing that my financial burden is taken off my shoulder, my parents' shoulder, is that is enough to motivate me to do what I have to do to obtain my goals.
Once you do well in pre-med, you automatically get, the scholarship automatically rolls over to med. So, that was just really easy and convenient. And again, super grateful for that opportunity to pursue my dreams into becoming a medical doctor.
I hope to specialize in maxillofacial surgery, which Grenada needs.
I want to be a gynecologist because growing up my grandmother was a nurse, so that influenced me to get into the field of medicine.
My ultimate career goal is to be a cardiothoracic surgeon and to also have a degree in psychiatry.
My whole purpose in getting into this profession is because I simply love to help people.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
All right, Leslie Ann and everyone else who were involved in the production of the National Report, we would like to say thank you for so doing. And it's time for us to now take a quick look at the weather and see what it's like for tonight. Now, the weather is expected to be mostly cloudy and windy with the occasional light to moderate isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be at about 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, and seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. Now, a marine advisory remains in effect. Now, the tides will be low at 1:15 a.m. And that's your weather report for tonight. All right. And before we wrap up, we would like to say hello to a few people who are currently tuned in on the program and maybe chatting. And that's how sometimes we know, all right? So we can't just guess who is online. What we do is we see who's chatting, and that's who we say hi to. So if you want us to say hi to you, you have to be chatting so that we know that you're there. Camille, Sheba, Shermaine, Hazel, Kojo, what's going down? Ezra is with us as well, and Zaka is with us. My sister and mom is with us, and Kirin is with us. Suzette, how are you doing? God bless you. All right, Suzette, we're thinking about you all the time. And Colette, we see that Colette is on the inside as well, and Simone Licorice and your family would like to say thank you for joining us as well. And Noreen, I see that you're there, and Kay is with us as well on the program. Monica and Shireen, happy Valentine's to you as well, Shireen. And Rachel, happy Valentine to you as well. And Rose, happy Valentine to you. Jennifer, likewise to you. And the rest of your family. God bless you guys. Big up, big up, big up, big up, Shomin and Gretel and Lintona, Mom, Joyous, everyone else, Mike, and the regular viewers. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget, we still have a few packages, all right, wine and chocolate. So please hit me up right after the program so that we can arrange to have it delivered to you. I think we have about 5 more packages. So let's get this going, all right, guys. Once you make your contribution of $80 as a donation, we give you the chocolate and the wine absolutely free. Remember that it is a premium chocolate and limited edition Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation wine. Of course, when you support this, you're supporting us, helping others who cannot help themselves. For example, persons who might be shut in and they have no means of getting food or something to drink. Listen, we have gone into places and deliver food to people, and it breaks your heart. You can't even look them in the eye because it makes you feel like you're not even doing enough. It makes you feel so bad when you visit some people and all you see is a loaf of bread. It's not easy when you visit some people and you have to drive through all sorts of rocky roads and stuff to get to them. And when you get to them, they're on a wheelchair because they're shut in, they can't go nowhere. So when we do this, we don't do this for ourselves. We do this so that we can help these people who people forget about. These people would have already served their time in Grenada and paid daily for living in their times, if you know what I'm talking about. They have contributed and forgotten and been left behind, in most cases to suffer. And so we do not want to be that when we grow up. We do not want nobody to forget us. We do not want nobody to neglect us. We do not want nobody to ignore our existence. We do not want to be 80 years and unable to move but hungry at the same time. And so when we know that there are other people out there who are going through that kind of condition, we cannot sit by and do nothing about it. And if we do so, we are equally as bad as those who put them in those positions. And we cannot save the world, but one by one, we will try our best to get them out of that kind of situation. How do we choose to do that? By raising funds. And if it is within you to assist in that regard, we ask you to please go ahead and do so. All proceeds will go back towards helping people who would have lost their homes through fire, helping people who can't find a meal at the end of the day, is wanting to be hungry for breakfast, but then while you're hungry for breakfast, you're thinking about lunch because you know that there's nothing to eat at that time too. What kind of quality of life does an 80-year-old live not knowing where the next meal is coming from? And there are others who just day and they don't give a damn. Yeah? That's not going to happen under our watch. I rebuke that. And so I'm asking you to join me and all the other members who are helping out of the Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation in making a difference in the lives of these people. You make a donation of $80 or more if you so desire. We give you the package of chocolate and of wine as a gift and as a token of appreciation for so doing. Feel free to check me later on, give me a call or send a message or contact any other member of the organization so that we can have your package possibly delivered to you or at least make arrangements to have you collected. We want to say thank you in advance for understanding and for supporting this initiative. Thanks very much again, guys, and we will be back tomorrow, God's willing, with another program. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, Ja! No! Good night, everyone. You and your family. May God richly bless you.